Hello. Today again drinking Mopar samplers, Mr. Mopar samplers. This is 2007 Haiwan all tree remote mountain, and water just boiled, so we're gonna let it chill for a second. I'm gonna be showing you this. So I don't know how much it is in this. Pretty old. 2007. How long is it?
Like 23 years.
2007, 2025. Man, we're gonna have to be like working on that math.
I wasn't expecting to do math today.
Okay, 25 minus 7.
23. I mean, dude, I don't know.
You don't
13
know.
years.
13 years?
12 years. I don't.
Jesus, you did some tea, huh?
Yeah.
27 minus, 25 minus 7 is 18. Okay.
Yeah, I need some tea. Sure.
So we'll see how much I put in here. I'll put like 6 grams just to make it fair. 4.6, 5.7, whatever. 7.5 grams. All right. Should we rinse it, or should we like examine the rinse?
Um, Examine the rinse.
Drink it anyways.
Yeah.
So this is another Sheng that it's old, but it has not. So it's pu'er, but it hasn't been fermented, right? It's just basically was made to be put away and drunk later. So I'm gonna just let that soak in there. Put a little bit of water while we warm up the rest of our stuff. Yeah, a little rinse. We were drinking some black tea earlier, so I'm gonna have a little bit of that aroma. Get this water out of the way there. And this will be the rinse. It's very red. That's kind of like a smoky like ish. Can you just, my camera doesn't want to focus on that. Focus. Here you go. That's the rinse. Let's see. Can't judge because of the rinse so much, right?
Yeah.
But we'll see. A smoky, kind of like wet wood. You know, if like you had a bonfire and then you throw water on it.
Yeah. It tastes like cooked cauliflower.
Cooked cauliflower.
Some vegetable like that.
It's pretty good actually. It's kind of like sweet.
Yeah.
Kind of like black tea. I really like this. Has a little bit of smoky, little bit. But that was pretty good for a rinse. I'm excited about the rest. Let's see. So without boiling the water again, I'm hitting the pieces with the water in order to use some mechanical force to open them, right? It's already like raising some color. So what is that? 10 seconds already?
Yeah.
Maybe we're in 15 seconds. By the time that I start boiling this water, it's gonna be almost 30 seconds. So let's see. And again, Mr. Mopar has a Discord server in which people nerd out deeply about Sheng. So the Sheng heads doing all those Sheng shenanigans in there, and you can get good deals. People also talk about other vendors. They do some group buys. They Mr. Mopar sells some of his stuff. He has really good storage and access to really good stuff. Always sourcing the best. So I got this because I asked Mr. Mopar, like, how do I know what am I looking for? You know, in Sheng drinking, I have no idea. It's just one of those things, right? I've drunk a lot of other teas and black teas and white teas and whatever and all teas, but Sheng, old Sheng, nothing. Hmm. It's Do you remember how the other ones were like a little bit more like difficult to drink, more probably because of how I brew them too. But this one
Yeah.
is very nice.
Yeah, it has a distinct flavor compared to the rest, for sure.
Yeah, it has kind of like a almost like black tea, as if they let the if as if they let the leaves wither longer to get that kind of like white tea sweetness, and then they process it. I don't know. That smoky hint is gone
Yeah.
in the first brew, and I have to say, the liquor is like clear, crystalline, really, really beautiful, like amber.
Yeah.
Yes, it has that smell that is like that bark, like wet bark, kind of like smell.
Yeah.
Reminds me a little bit of Liubao. Maybe we should drink Liubao soon. Have that fancy ass 1998 Liubao there. I have another 90s and the early 2000s Liubao. So three types of Liubao. That one is a little bit, so there's not a lot left there.
Yeah.
So we should try it. So we're both like falling asleep right now. Super like, so this tea is gonna rescue us
For sure.
for sure. That was 30 seconds steep on the first. So this time, and I'm again gonna use mechanical force to hit the little clumps, and you can immediately see like it's releasing goodness. I think by this point it may have 10 seconds. So I know it 10 seconds now. That's 20. And we do the last 10 seconds about now. We may want to like give it more. Look at this rock right here. It is not wanting to budge. It's not opening up. But this time I'm like 45 seconds in. Man, open up, motherfucker. Okay, so you'll be drinking this tea for a while. Even though I was like poking at it there, still like I don't know if you can see how clear, how clean the tea is.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's so
It's
like
not in any way murky or
no, it has
anything.
none of that cloudy anything. Oh, it's having a hard time focusing. Focus on the tea. Oh no, I just spilled a little bit. Very nice. Anyways. Anyways, this is second steep and it's going to be good. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, it's got that all furniture kind of like leatherish old
Hmm.
book, thing in it. That age, you can taste it, but it's not at all. It's not at all like the other ones that were a little bit more like, man, I don't know if I would drink this. I mean, I understand that some people like bitter stuff like that, but I'm not that into bitter stuff like that. Yeah, it's still very hard, compact in there, the clumps. So this means that this is gonna be tea for a while, man. It's gonna keep giving. Um, we're gonna have tea for a minute. I would say this is my favorite out of the five.
Definitely.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
It
I would.
has. It actually has like a different flavor. You know.
Yeah, I would drink this one. So this is the winner, 2007, 2007 Haiwan, old tree, you know, remote mountain. So it all sounds very exotic. Like they had like hike somewhere, find one odd ass tree, and have a conversation with the tree or something. And
Yeah, like the the great Deku tree from Ocarina of Time.
yeah,
It's like
they
here you
found
may have some of my leaves to make tea
to make tea with in exchange for a riddle.
with.
The
You
riddle
must.
may, yeah, has to be made out of four phrases in which each one should rhyme with the next one. Yeah. Yeah, I would be drinking this shit all day. This is good. You know. So you got me there with the 2007 high one. I was like, I don't know if I would buy a whole cake of this other one of this other one. Meh. Maybe there was a 2004 that we were a little bit more like,
Hmm.
it's cool. I mean, I
The
wish.
2003, I think it was.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the videos. But um, that that said, I think that the main thing to rescue is we we would like to have a little bit more of that other one. Compare the two. And this is all Sheng, right? We haven't really like gone into like young Sheng. This is all Sheng stuff, like really all the meaning storage. I believe this one. I'm gonna have to ask, but I believe this one was wet storage. I think that's what they call Taiwan storage instead of Hong Kong storage. Um, but yeah, I think it is because it's only 18 years old and it really is deep, in flavor.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of any other tea you have here that tastes like this.
No, and I have some Sheng that is young, and this is how it starts. Like it probably they're all different, right? But it's kind of like how they start. This is young, meaning like 3 4 years. But we could brew a little bit, and you can then like compare. Like, oh wow, this is how it started, and now it tastes like this other completely different thing. Like, so let's see. Well, this one right here is young
2020.
Sheng. Yeah, so it's only 5 years old, but you can see that it's not as dark.
No?
This one is called Wind and is from Blue Willow. So we should put that one up there. Thank you. And I have this grande bay here for that, a little bigger. So we're not gonna go crazy on this one yet. Oh, man. Yeah, probably should be using my knife. Yep. Because honestly, like trying to drink this stuff without breaking it a little bit is so compact, man. That's a lot of shake here, so let's put all this shake there. That'll be fine. I'm not gonna brew so much. So I have this thing. So one is called Wind. It's an autumn Sheng from Blue Willow. Blue Willow. And we'll just compare it. So, but now the aftertaste. So you feel in your mouth something. I
Yeah.
do have a taste.
Kind of like I just ate pastry
A pastry or
with
something.
a coffee.
Yeah, it's a
But after
little
like
bit of
6 hours after eating it, nothing else, like that kind of taste. Remaining coffee.
It's a very particular aftertaste.
Mm-hmm. I do say that the regular taste of the tea, to me at least, tastes similar to like well cooked vegetables.
Which tea?
This one.
Oh, really?
Yep. It does remind me of that.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite, and I think that the aftertaste, the way I feel with the tea, like incorporated in me, is a tea that I would like to drink by itself and kind of like be immersed in the flavor of it, right? Like just kind of like how some shop wars are that just kind of like become the tea. Well, at least that's how it is to me. Or some oolongs that you just want to have that only.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna drink more of this tea before we go into the Sheng, but I think to close the video, we'll drink some of the Sheng, and you'll be like, "Holy Sheng!" This is so different. And yeah, a young Sheng is definitely gonna be a different thing. I'm trying to put the drawings towards the camera, so there's like something to look at.
Yeah, I definitely do like this new guy one that you have.
The one with the bamboo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can find these guy ones in the description. These ones are like $12 on Amazon. The cool thing about them is that they're $12 when you find them at $12. They usually like can go high in price, and then you'll be like, oh man, oh god damn it! Look, at this whole time I was like talking and this thing was brewing. Well, this is a good test. Look at this. I don't know how long. Maybe we'll see. I'm gonna have to insert a little bit of a thing there saying how long we've been brewing this, but this one a little corrupt. Look at that.
Looks good though. Still not murky.
We'll see. I mean, sometimes you let things. So, well, we brew it long, but we brew it long with maybe 185. not really.
Oh,
This is dark. It's gonna be a good test, but it's gonna let us know.
this actually, now that I think about it, does not taste like vegetables or smell like vegetables. It smells and tastes like some of the first teas I remember you having when you first got into this.
Oh, like a heicha. That's basically
Yeah.
what I had. Mm. Even with that concentration, it's pretty good. I
Yeah. This the flavor is very stable. It doesn't like get too destroyed by how long it's steeped.
No, there's pretty much no astringency. It doesn't dry my mouth. It was steeped long, but it was steeped long with very low temperature compared to boiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
This thing's being resting, so it may be 195 right now. I'm gonna put some more of that in here. I'm really liking this. I already feel energized, thinking in a Sheng way. So this is the rinse for the young Sheng. Give me a coaster and get yourself a coaster too, because we're gonna need other cups. There was a lot of shake here, so you will see that.
Rooster cup.
What? Choose a different cup. The one with the dudes.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's new.
Yeah, they're playing Go, I think. So it has that like dried apricot citrusy,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Similar.
Sheng thing. And when it's so younger, I'm gonna show the camera the color of this brew in a second, because it had a lot of floating debris in it. But trying to not be too aggressive to it, but it's kind of difficult with all of that shake. So because there is a lot of shake, it's gonna be almost like CTC, tea, like brewing from a tea bag. You gotta be quick at it because there's a lot of surface. So this is a 5-year-old
Whoa.
Sheng. We'll show to the camera, the difference in comparison with the other one.
It is a very different taste for the rinse.
Yeah. Oh, you drank the rinse completely?
Yeah. Sweet, smoky flavor.
Mm-hmm. Smoky, huh? I don't find any smoky, but it's astringent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has that citrusy flavor, a little bit of a kind of like a non-ripe apricot.
Yeah.
There is a thing that people say that if you're drinking a really good tea, then you taste the shitty tea, and the shitty tea tastes good because you already were like immersed on the good tea. I wonder if it works the other way around. But yeah, right here, right here, you can see the difference between a 2007 Sheng and a 2002 Sheng. 2002 or 2000?
2020. Isn't
Oh,
it?
2020.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, obviously, 2020. What do you like best?
I like the 2007. I mean, I haven't really tried much of that. I just tried the rinse, but I do like this one.
I like it very much.
And now this has made it into the list of my top 5 favorite teas.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Black Phoenix will always be at the top.
The Black Phoenix from Blue Willow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an interesting experience to drink Black Phoenix. That's that's a very good tea, man. Like I wanna have it. I wanna have a whole bin of that thing, and I know where to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this one is good too, man. Blue Willow has good teas. So this is that fresh citrusy. I actually brewed it quick enough that I didn't get it to become astringent. Mm. Wow. I think it's a good pairing.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. A little bit the last bit of water. It's gonna take a minute to boil it. The reason why I have this odd shape kettle is because it's got more surface, and that's a low wattage infrared stove, and I like hearing the water boil and seeing it boil. And I don't know, I may be becoming a little bit woo woo about it, but I do think that the way you boil the water makes a difference. Not just the water, but the way you boil the water makes a difference. It may be something, uh, kind of like a belief, but I definitely think that it is there a difference between.
Well, there'll definitely be a different taste if all of this was boiled with tap water.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely that's absolutely true. Man, this Shang, the young Shang, is good though.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, and I didn't like it when I brewed it in the beginning. And I think it's because I didn't brew it right.
Well, when you're first trying a tea, when you usually don't brew it perfect, always.
I've only bought one cake of this thing.
This?
This is a 100-gram cake, and I had it since probably. I mean, obviously before we came here, and I'll say like a year, probably 2 years. I've had it for like 2 years. You know,
I don't remember this tea.
because I never drink it. I never drink it, and I've even here I've brewed it like too aggressive, and it just tasted. It was tasting too. It was tasting too astringent. You know.
Yeah.
But I would say almost like I would say that it has somewhat changed, from what it was. When you smell that,
Yeah. It is a good smell.
compared to this one, you can
This one has
smell like that metal kind of smell that makes it so it's like an older tea. But this is the thing is from this it goes there.
yeah,
It goes
like
with time.
that has a very warm, soft smell, and this one has like like you said, metallic, sort of intense,
Sharp.
sharp smell. Yeah.
Yeah. Sharp is a good way of putting it because that's how I kind of like see it. Kind of like water is round and fire is sharp. kind of a thing.
Yeah.
This is more yin, that's more yang for sure. You know, more soft, round movement like a wave, and that's more like piercing, fiery.
Definitely, yeah, man. Both of them are really good teas, and I think that if you're gonna drink that one, you probably should also drink that one.
Oh yeah, you think they're a good complement to each other?
Yeah, good pair.
A good pair, like making a little yin yang session. Well, with time they're both gonna become the same kind of thing, or similar.
Yeah.
But I do want to try young Shengs more, because I also enjoyed that, you know, and that's another thing of Shengs, you know. Almost there. That's gonna start crackling like that. Is you can see the bubbles, and you're like, all right. Crackling. This one can have this water in there for longer. And this one's gonna have to be less time. Still a very rich, deep, light amber, but it's deep for that short of a steep.
Yeah.
Very refreshing. I have not yet experienced what some people call Sheng thirsty. You just want to drink Sheng because they're thirsty. And that's what they think about, like the refreshing. And I kind of get it with the younger ones.
Yeah.
Not so much with the older tea. I really like that acid. Kind of hot, so I think when it's hotter, it becomes a little bit more astringent. Even though it can be the same, just letting it rest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I also let it cool down the leaves. How many steeps is this?
4 or 5, I think.
4 or 5th?
Mm-hmm. Maybe 6 deep.
Still like pretty intense. I don't know if the camera can see that, but
Definitely contrast.
yeah. I ain't gonna be sleepy at all after this. Maybe we're gonna have to go shovel some snow. Although it's like ice. Did you see how all the paths are ice?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like an inch of ice at least.
Yeah, or more.
I wish I could pinpoint relative like smell to this. Besides like dirt, you know, like dried dirt. You know, like sand has that silica smell or something.
You know, kind of reminds me of the redwoods.
The old dirty.
Mm-hmm. You know, Humboldt County
Yeah.
redwoods. That smell that was around when it was like wet in the forest.
Yeah. That soft, walking on soft
Soft
dirt.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wet forest, smell and taste.
Well, it does come from a wet forest, I think. Maybe not as cold, but yeah, pretty good. And that was it. I will put some images of the leaves, and I will actually put links to both these teas. I'm not sure if Blue Willow will still have any of the autumn Sheng.
Yeah, their stock does change.
Yeah, this is very custom. I want to leave this actually for longer.
When I was there this last winter vacations, when I got Black Venus and Duck Shizzy, they were missing a lot of stuff on the actual shelf that they have on display. So it looks like they've been getting probably some good business there. A lot of
People buy stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good stuff, and if you know how to brew it, the most important thing is to not be hard-headed and try to brew it Western style or in a cup with a little baggie or something. You know, you have to actually do it like you're supposed to do it, so you can enjoy the journey of the peak and then what happens after. Yeah, I mean, so how many times you've steeped this tea? It's pretty good, man. I mean, in 2007, I was so. I'll be showing you the cake if I can get my hands on it. If it's like $100, maybe, but if it's like $500, I don't think so. You know, too much. I don't even know how much it is, but I will ask. Try to get myself a whole cake of this. 357 grams.
Really good tea.
It's a really good tea. Yeah. And yeah, almost makes me wanna like get more of this autumn Sheng if I can get my hands on it. It's pretty good too. Well, that was it, and hope you enjoyed the video. We know we're kind of boring, but that's the idea of drinking tea. You know, it's not about explosions and car chases and political rants or anything like that. It's just being quiet like this and drinking tea, and that's something that you all need to appreciate. It's seeing the same thing, not looking at a screen, and just drinking with family, drinking tea, not alcohol. Right, have a good one. Oh, I didn't push